it's Faye. I was going to take you on a little adventure so that you can get the feel of the garden if you're thinking about joining us at Plant Spirit Summer School this year or on any of my other workshops. So come and join me for a little meander through the spring garden as everything is emerging. These cherry trees greet you right at the gates when you enter. It's almost like this one here is the lovely guardian tree of the garden, of the walled space, and these other ones here are yet to come into bloom, but they bloom sequentially. And then we've also got the magnolias in bloom here. Coming up into the main garden here, this is where you've got the beautiful ponds, which in previous years of Plant Spirit Summer School we have been known to be washing our feet in there and having plant blessings from the lovely algae that are in the ponds. The polytunnel is where a lot of my growing goes on, and actually Plant Spirit Summer School is more about connecting and meditating, so we're not necessarily growing, but we can obviously talk about that, and I'll share any of my tips that I might have. So this is just one of the many pathways that goes through the garden, and as you can see, things are waking up. These are my lovely magnolia trees that are coming out, and we've also got lovely Scottish broom. This is a real kind of, this part of the garden is very much the cottage garden, so roses and camellias, rhododendrons, azaleas, ferns, and then we get into parts of the garden which is actually a little bit different. It's something that you wouldn't really expect to find in Scotland, because it's actually very much a southern hemisphere garden. So these are amazing eucalyptus trees, and you can see here we've got tree ferns, which I'm just going to actually travel through to enter one of my sacred spaces. So this is the grove of eucalyptus. So we're surrounded by beautiful eucalyptus trees in this space, and this is a space of where we sometimes hold ceremony and drum to connect and feel and connect to the birds, connect to the wind, connect to the spirits that are in this garden space. So there are some incredible trees here. Again, like I said, not really trees that you would imagine that you would find in Scotland. So they bring an element of something exotic, something unusual, something creative that you wouldn't normally expect to find. And it just makes you, it transports you actually to another realm. In fact, that's really one of the beautiful, if you like, secrets of the garden, is that really it is a portal, and we can travel in this space to other realms. And I'm being watched here by these lovely relaxed beings here. These are the goats, and they always bring an element of absolute giggleness to the whole of the Plant Spirit retreat, because we often do qigong practice at this spot here in the morning, because it's nice to come and sink your feet into the soft grass and hear the goats. And they're being very quiet today because we have this lovely view here of the water, and it's a really still day today, but sometimes it can be absolutely wild. You never know what kind of weather to expect in Scotland, so when you come for Plant Spirit Summer School or any workshop, you really have to be prepared for the unexpected and every eventuality. But this is a really great space up here too. Again, for ceremony, I've held many a ceremony up here, but also for, like I said, for qigong, for breathing in the qi from the woods which are behind me, the qi of the earth, the qi of the cosmos, and also this beautiful energy flow that you can feel here that comes off the river and onto these ponds. And then, like I said, we've got our wonderful goats who keep us entertained, even though today they're looking super mellow. And that's a lovely opportunity as well for people who are animal lovers to have a bit of a cuddle. You can groom the goats, you can get in and connect with them if you would like to, or you can keep your distance and stick solely to the plants if that's what you want to do. And I'll just show you the green man. You've probably seen him before. He's a bit of a feature here. But here he is. Really, really powerful presence up here, honouring all of the nature beings that are here in this space. So we're really lucky. We don't have a gardener. We garden in the way that we feel guided to or drawn to. So it's not always looking pretty. It might often look wild and uncared for. And in that way we allow more nature in. So I'm just walking down the side space here, so you can see it's not always pretty and gorgeous, but it's wild. And there are this tree, this is a beautiful hawthorn that loves to come, obviously come out depending on what time of year you visit. We have a couple of beehives. Another secret spot up in the corner there. It's a lovely spot for meditating because you get to see the whole different aspect of the garden, and it's quiet. The gorse is out at the minute, so that gives you an indication of the time of the year. So that's a lovely, beautiful element. And then I'll just swing you around here. So we're enclosed in a wall, and it makes you feel safe. There's an energetic bubble, if you like, over the wall. So it really is a special container for working with the plants, for connecting, for moving into a space of deep meditation and healing. This is a sneaky little side gate which I'll take you through so that you can see what's in this hidden part of the garden. Again, wild. Beyond that, amazingly, is a pond, and we've just left it. We've just letting it to grow wild. Beyond that moon gate there is the avenue to the woodland, and then moving this way is the yurt space. So sometimes the yurt's available for accommodation if somebody would like to stay there. Otherwise, there's suitable accommodation in the villages around us and also in the city of Dunfermline. And this is a wilder part of the garden that sometimes students like to come in because it feels a bit more secluded. Everything here, there's a secret in everything that will draw you in. And what we do at Plant Spirit Summer School is there's no plant that I dictate really and say, yes, this is the plant that we're working on. It's really about you being called to specific areas and inviting the healing to flow. These are some other friends that you might meet at Plant Spirit Summer School. They're always very, very curious as to what we're up to. At this time of year they're actually free and roaming, but generally at Plant Spirit Summer School, when we've got more crops growing, they will be mainly confined to their run, but they still like to come out and join us and make their presence known. There's many different benches around this place so that we can connect where we feel drawn to plants and be comfortable. As you can see here, this bench is some beautiful, beautiful daffodils. So that's actually a really lovely spot right now. And I'm just giving you an idea of all of the things. We've left these chairs here because they face the sea. I don't know if they'll still be there, but they've just been left there by someone who was enjoying a moment in the sun and connecting with the sea. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to show you the caravan space where we our indoor space, if you like. But those are the gates. And that's really the portal that we step through when we step into... Thank you. That's my lovely rooster. So this is the portal that we go through. when we step into the healing space of the garden.